Hello, this is a commentary video for Napoleon Total War, and yes, we're mixing it up a bit. So, if you are new to this game for some reason, this is the musket era. And to be more precise, in this game, it's the early, well, 1900s, yeah, early 1900s. And this battle is fought on the Pyramids map. So yeah, I'm leading the Prussian army, consisting of 4 ranks of musketeers, 4 units, and 3 artillery Schützen, 3 7-pounder howitzers, I can't even talk, and 2 lancers, and 1 hussard and 1 cuirassier. Actually, the opposites. Yeah. So I brought in an historical general because I figured it would prove a bit of a morale boost. So it's the Count von Gneisenau. I am almost certain I pronounced that wrong. Yeah, and I also got these 2 units of foot guards. So yeah, got some elite units. And my opponent hosted this game, and he told me that this was a no rules battle. So I figured he would choose artillery, so that's why I choose to have 3 pieces of artillery. But no, he chose to go for quality. So we got 2 units of Young Guard, 1 unit of the Guard Seaman, and 3 units of Old Guard. So his army is very elite. And he got 2 carabiners, 1 Polish Guard Lancers, and the Grenadiers as well. Yeah. So seeing that its army is so elite, I go for a defending tactic. And so my first plan is basically to get my artillery in position and pummel these dudes. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a defensive fight, but that's because I know I can't win either a cavalry fight or a pure infantry fight. Well, I have one thing going for me, except for the artillery, and that is the Silurian Schützen. These have, I think, 125 range. And I can't remember the range of the Young Guard units, but it's certainly not as high as the Silurian Schützen, so I outrange them and in theory can engage them on my terms. Again, in theory. So I see him putting some of the 2 units of his cavalry up on this flank, so soon I'm going to deploy the stakes. Come on. Well, soon at least. So, my artillery is still being towed. So yeah, I put my cavalry in the back to try to defend against assaults against my howitzers. And I place my foot guards units in, well, yeah, kinda defending, but more of a reserve position. At least that was my thought process. So yeah, my Silurian Schützen has deployed their stakes, so now the enemy cavalry can't assault, make a frontal assault, at least not from this direction. So yeah, there's not very much happening right now, so I guess I can fast forward a little bit, at least until I get my artillery set up. So yeah, I start by firing at, I think, the Young Guard. Yeah, I'm almost certain that's the Young Guard. Oh yeah, and 2 units dead already. So every shot is just pure money here, because these units are so elite, as I said. So They are vastly superior to my units. And I'm gonna set these up pretty soon. Yes, right there. And I'm going to aim at his Grenadiers de Trevelle. Look at that. And that was extremely accurate as well. A bit too accurate, I think. At least, well, he's 11 units down at least. So, I'm not complaining. So, the infantry fight has started, and my Silurian Schusten got a bit too near the Young Guard, so they actually came in range of the Young Guard and lost 2 guys. And that wasn't good, so I retreated them immediately. So in the meantime, I placed my foot guards here, so if his cavalry is trying to charge too close here, they will be shot at. And in the meantime, he's lining his cavalry up here, all of them, and including a all guard. So I knew I can directly charge his unit because they were supported by an all guard, and that's not very pleasant, and a very pleasant thing to go against. So here he moves his all guard forward and are eventually going to fire on my foot guards. And yeah, I redirected those 2 artillery pieces to fire at his all guard, and haven't caused any damage for now. And yeah, I saw that his all guard was kind of out of position to defend his cav, so I charged my cav into his, but unfortunately his cavalry is so elite, so they tackled that situation good on their own. Yeah, my cavalry is routing. It was 4 against 1, and his units were even depleted. Still, they won. Well, they're going to win. Well, this was great actually, because that firing from the Old Guard actually caused a lot of dead horses for his own units. Talking is difficult, yeah. And yeah, on this side I've engaged the enemy in missile fire, and I placed the units there is kinda badly placed, and I'm going to make up for that pretty soon. But anyway, my Silurian Schusten routed, so that's the first unit, well, the first infantry unit of mine to rout. So in the meantime, I'm slightly winning this musket battle, just because my sheer numbers, not quality at all. But since this young guard is so elite and experienced as well, he is going to stand his ground for a pretty long time. Any normal unit will have routed by now. So he's finally routing, 12 guys left. So I charge in here with my musketeers, and I think that was a mistake, because his young guard is just so much better than the musketeers. But I route him just because I have so many guys compared to him. And yeah, I think actually I charged my foot guard into his old guard, which were charging me, and my foot guard can actually stand the ground against my old guard. They are inferior, but his old guard was pretty depleted. So, and he has taken his Polish guard lancers and run them around, and here comes his carabiners. So I just managed to get my musketeers into a square. So his charge was pretty devastated. So there I put my guys into the square because I thought his carabiners were going to charge those guys, but turned out they didn't. So Then I line up musketeers to get some, try to get some flanking fire here, and I managed to do that pretty well. But these guard seamen are very elite as well. Well, you know that by now, so they're going to stand their ground for quite a bit of time. So, seeing that he's trying to take my Soldier and Schützen, I route my, not route, but retreat my guys back to behind the sticks, and praying that he will charge these sticks. But he's smarter than that, so he doesn't do that. So instead he charged my musketeers. Or at least he was going to, but turns around. Anyway, on this wing, I managed to rout the Soul Guard, basically because he moved it right here and didn't pay attention, so too bad for him, but yeah, for me. So I think one of my guard units has routed, tried to charge him right into his Old Guard, and something went wrong with the pathfinding, so it kind of screwed around here for a while and ended up being killed. Most of them anyway. So one of my units is routed here, and I have my one musketeer left, and he's just losing just based on, isn't based on numbers, but based on morale, and that is kind of important as well. So seeing that his Old Guard is getting worryingly close to my guys, I tried to line up my line infantry to meet his assaults, and then I think he actually retreats his guys a little bit. So my musketeers are still losing. And as I said, they have the number advantage, but you can't do much without morale. And my general was too far away to help in the morale department. So, at this point he has his Old Guard left, almost full. He has his Carabiners, 1/3 full, and his second Carabiners, and his Guard Seamen. All very heavily depleted. At least the Cavalry and Guard Seamen unit. So, as I said, I have a good artillery and I'm going to use it. So I try to demolish its Old Guard, and I have killed, well, since we last checked it at least, I killed 8 of his guys. So I think it was trying to advance there, or at least regroup. But soon I'm going to try to advance here and take out its guys. So my opponent is becoming a bit desperate right here. So he tries to take out my artillery in hopes that his Old Guard will be able to face off against the 3 remaining units of line infantry and 1 Soldier Schützen I have. And yes, this is very, very impressive. You see, those didn't rout at all. I don't know if they didn't have time for it, but they had 1 guy left and they didn't rout, they just had bad morale. So, very elite units. I'm really impressed. And yeah, I routed this Old Guard with my Foot Guard. So, only thing which is left is 9 Carabiners and 18 Guard Seamen. So I'm focusing my cannons on the Guard Seamen, but my cannons are going to be charged by his Carabiners. And they are very tired, exhausted actually. So I send in my general, just because that's the nearest units that can actually help. Except for these guys, but they have to charge, so it's going to take a longer time. So, and yeah, I routed this Guard Seamen, at least. They are shattered. So his only unit left is the Carabiners, and they're going to rout pretty soon. Almost fought into the last mile here.
Glorious victory, sir. It's soon to be yours.
Oh, yeah, they're the routes. So there were 3 guys left, and then he routed. So the game is over. So I deployed 848 guys and lost 446 of them. 66 of them. And my opponent, Marcelonivers, deployed 600 guys, pretty elite guys, and lost 501 of them. So good game for my opponent. So this time quantity defeated quality. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this battle, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.